Uh, First of all, Mike Norvell has a fantastic football team, and it's going to be interesting to see going down the stretch in the ACC how this thing finishes. Us being 0-3 in conference, we're not going to be a part of that, but us being 4-3 and having an opportunity to finish our season strong, we're excited about having the opportunity after we get in the bye week and get some guys healthy, and hopefully get a whole bunch of people back so that we can make this final stretch and finish it with a fantastic season. Okay.
Questions? We'll start with Emily in front, then go to Henry.
Garrett was pulled early in the fourth quarter. Was that like just him being shaken up? I know he's taken some big hits, or was that a performance thing?
No, the main thing is Garrett came down with food poisoning before the game. So, and he was extremely dehydrated. We were trying to keep him hydrated. If you even watched him, I mean, he's just, at halftime, he was just all sweat and all that kind of stuff. And he had it coming out everywhere. So it was one of those things where we were trying to keep him going, but then it just came to a point where he was just getting too weak in the game, and we just needed to make a change.
It's like the past 24 hours, like he ate something bad for dinner last night?
It was last night, yeah.
Henry.
Just aside from this game and just the past few games, what do you think have just been some of the issues just on offense? Just not scoring as much points to say the first 4 games?
The defense has a lot of NFL players on it. That's been the biggest issue.
Is it also just loss of depth as well as the season's gone along?
Loss of depth.
Like or loss of players just due to injuries and stuff?
Whoever the injuries are the injuries. We can't make excuses for that. Every football team has injuries. What we got to do is we got to find a way to make things happen with the people we have out there. Now they're not all the people that you want, but we've got other people. And there's ways that you can lean it one way or another to help them out as much as you can.
Middle.
First drive of the game, that short fourth down, how much consideration did you think about going for that one?
I definitely thought about it. I did. It was too early and too close, and I could just envision an explosive offense coming back. So no, I punted it. I think it was like the 30-something yard line, and it was like 1 or 2. Now we ended up doing, I thought, decent on short yardage, but I just didn't know what the picture was going to be right there.
Stay in that row.
Coach, you knew that this 3-game stretch was probably going to be the toughest you had all season. How do the results compare to what you expected before?
No, did not expect it to be this dominating, but I knew they were good teams. But when you play them, you really realize how good they are. Like I said in the last interview, I think on Thursday night, there's supposedly three number 1 draft picks on that football field, and I'm not sure. I've been on a couple of teams that's had that, so. It was really impressive. Even watching them move around, their size, their speed, their quickness, they were dominating.
We'll go back to Emily in front and then Sydney.
Another 4th down situation, the 4th and 6, kind of deep within Florida State's territory. How much did you consider going for it there? And did anyone on your offense try to pitch you on let us stay out there?
No, they didn't try to pitch me on making it stay out there, and I didn't think about it.
Sydney in the second row.
A quick turnaround going into a longer turnaround going into next week's game. How do you feel like the team can really take these last few games and start to develop, lessons from the losses?
The biggest thing is healing. I mean, you get a bye, and the first thing everybody wants to do is practice them every single day, and you have to fight that. You have to really fight that. This is their only opportunity they're going to get to heal. It's really the only opportunity they're going to get a chance to go home and see their families on the weekend, which is important, to get around mom and dad and all that kind of stuff, and then get back here for the stretch. So we really have to restrain from going with your first instincts. Let them rest, let them heal, and get a healthy team coming back for the stretch.
We'll go right here in WAR.
What impressed you the most about Jordan Travis and Keon Coleman today?
He really got out of some jams with his legs, and then we hit him a couple of times early. It didn't faze him. He got back up, got back in the pocket. He's a really good player. And if you said somebody else, all I'm thinking about is that quarterback. So you're going to have to ask the question again. Did you mention anybody else besides him?
Keon Coleman.
Is that the one that was making the moves and cutting back?
One-handed catch, number 4.
One-handed catch, and then came down. Yeah. Looked like he was a gymnast or something like that. Yeah, God was showing off when he made him. That was extremely athletic. I do remember those plays.
Florida State's offense before this game was 100% in the red zone, scoring every single trip. What do you think of those 2 defensive stops you guys had in the red zone?
Our defense played with a lot of pride today, and things happen. And eventually, when you're going out there and you don't see touchdowns on the other end, there's no doubt that they can get down. But I thought they fought for the most part for the entire day. So I think that was a light somewhere in what happened today.
Henry?
I guess adding on to that, just like with the offense like sputtering, especially in the first half and second half, was it really starting to like wear on the defense? And could you see that on the sidelines?
Yeah, but then you see LaQuint's going for 100 yards against a defense with all those NFL draft choices in it, and watch this, and behind the offensive line that's not at full strength. So I mean, there was still some fight going on out there. I didn't see any quitting the guys.
We'll go to Emily and then go second row.
You mentioned LaQuinn obviously having a 100-yard rushing game. Were you guys planning?
I thought it was 100. Did he get 100?
Yeah, I think it was like
110.
110. Had you guys been planning to use him that much going into this game, or did it just kind of shake out that way?
No, we saw some teams that could do some things running the ball. We felt that LaQuint might make up the difference. We may not have to block everybody completely, but if you gave LaQuint a crack, he'd be able to take it. And I thought he measured up extremely well with the rest of the guys that were out there on the football field.
Middle.
You mentioned the talent you guys have faced the last couple weeks, being Clemson and North Carolina and Florida State. What can you guys do as a program to work to get closer to that level of being more competitive in games like that?
You guys, you're talking about a total. Those guys it's totally different. You're comparing stuff. We need to work on us and get better on us. And if we slowly work on us, then eventually we can build up to that. But to say you're going to be there overnight, wow.
Second row.
Is there a message that you give to your team at some point between now and next Thursday about galvanizing for this final stretch run?
Just got through giving it.
You want to give a little bit of a...
No.
Didn't think you would.
Back to Emily in front.
So you said just now it's about making improvements in yourself and getting stuff better. What needs to get better about this offense? Like obviously, like you have been playing against difficult defenses, but there are things that need to improve within this offense as well, correct?
The things they're going to improve in the offense is the defenses that they're going against. All of a sudden, those passes, they're going to be knocked down where guys were wide open, and all you saw was the defensive lineman knocking the pass down without jumping to show you how long they are. Now those passes are going to go through, and we're going to find out if the receiver's going to catch the ball or not. But those receivers were open. You're going to see more time based off who the D-lines you're playing. The quarterback's going to be able to make more decisions, second, third, fourth decision. I'd be very surprised if the offense does not go back to exactly the way it looked previously. That's what I'm anticipating.
Take a couple more for Coach if anybody's got them. Right here.
Just a few number of penalties today. Can you talk about your team's discipline?
You noticed that she didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
I tweeted it. I tweeted it at halftime. I tweeted it at halftime that you guys had 0 penalties.
That was nice. We felt that there were certain things we saw on tape where some people were going to be attacked for their discipline or lack of discipline, and we challenged the kids really hard on that. They did a good job on that.
Last question if anybody's got it. Everybody good?